Trick or treat! Trick or treat!
I don't think I have anything for. I'll be right back. Hold on.
What? Oh,
Just got
man.
dropped off this week.
Oh, right.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Some
right.
exciting stuff.
FlipCast merch! Welcome to the FlipCast. Ooh.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Halloween edition of the FlipCast podcast.
Welcome back.
As you saw, we had a very spooky introduction. Where
Very spooky.
Our good pal Ledger here, a.k.a. Mr. Clown,
Mr. Clown.
was gifted with quite the trick, possibly even quite the treat.
Yeah.
With some FlipCast branded merch.
We got some FlipCast merch. So let's get right into it here today.
Let's get right into it.
If you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the FlipCast.
Absolutely.
If you're a new viewer, welcome in. We do videos every week on YouTube and long-length videos on Spotify. So we'll mention that a little bit later at the end. We'll explain our thing a little bit so we don't bore you. But
Absolutely.
that's our gist here at the FlipCast. We cover business topics.
Yes,
We love it.
yeah,
All right.
it's fantastic.
So you saw our merch. You saw the merch in the bag. I'm actually wearing the full flip drip right now. Owen, he's got the hat.
I left my flip drip in my dorm. I can't lie.
Right. But it's okay.
It's great. We have the hat.
We have everything. So if you don't have FlipCast merch, which none of you do,
No.
you can go on our website at Zazzle.com. That's ZAZZLE.com/FlipCast, spelled FLIPCAST.
Hell yeah.
Get on that. Get the FlipCast merch. Right now, we got mugs listed.
We do
We
have
got
mugs.
hats listed.
Mhm.
And we got shirts listed. And you don't have to get them the same colors as Owen and I.
Nope.
They have any color. So hop on that. Get your merch. Let's see it out in the wild. Make it happen.
Absolutely.
All righty.
I don't know. So today, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
It's a great day, you know. I feel like Halloween's celebrated more when you're a kid, but as an adult, it's a little bit more fun.
We gotta talk about it.
Absolutely. So, Ledger, I'm going to pose a question here.
All right.
Halloween.
Halloween.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
When I think of Halloween, I think of trick-or-treating.
Think of trick-or-treating.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
You have fond memories of trick-or-treating?
I actually really do. I was that Greg Heffley-esque neighborhood trick-or-treating.
Really?
Like the Demon Woods and
Yeah,
the kids
dude.
running. Yeah, I had a big neighborhood that I trick-or-treated in.
Okay.
A lot of wealthy, big candy bar houses.
Indeed. We
Yeah.
used to have this street in East Windsor that was, I don't even know what
You
it
just
was
got
called.
doxxed.
It's okay. They already know. We used to have this street. Who knows I live there? Now they do. But fuck you. Anyways, we used to
Owen's
have
coordinates.
either way, we used to trick or treat out there. They used to give out like full size candy bars.
Yeah.
And everything like that. It was like Millionaire's Row. So
Oh,
many people.
that's what they called it from Diary of a Kid, wasn't it? Like Millionaire's Row or
Dude,
some
I
shit.
would have to imagine.
It
I'm
was
not going to
some
call it
shit
what
like
it
that.
actually was.
That was funny.
Dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, hey, all right. Halloween. Now,
Halloween.
you see it, right? That was when we were, for some people, if you're late bloomers, maybe you're 17 still doing that. For
Yeah.
me, who got facial hair at 13, I kind of had to stop, right? I looked like an adult walking around.
There's something called a razor, and Owen didn't know what that was. Get
All right.
on it if you want to keep that free candy
Yeah,
going.
Get on it, guys. So, yeah. Being an adult now, you know, you kind of experience Halloween in a different light. You know, it's less of this whole going out trick-or-treating and getting free candy and more of going out, spending money, you know, if you're of age, going to bars. If
Yeah.
you're not, hanging out with friends. And
It
doing whatever you're
changes.
doing.
It definitely
The
changes.
dynamic of Halloween definitely changes.
I completely agree. I mean, you think about Halloween, it's one of those weird holidays because, you know, you think of a holiday like Christmas, right? You think of a holiday like Christmas, it's very strung out. You know, the whole month of December, that's what everybody's talking about. But Halloween, you know, it's only really at the end of October you really see it creeping up. You
That's
know,
true.
the haunted houses get busy. You know, the decorations really start coming out. But other than that, you don't really see much happening. Other than that,
Yeah, you almost find it falling into its own season, you know,
Oh,
or
agreed.
into seasons of other holidays, right? You have like Thanksgiving for our American viewers and Canadian Thanksgiving, obviously, that's already passed, so
Yeah.
whatever. Either way, you know, you see that November is kind of like Thanksgiving season. December
Agreed.
is, you know, Christmas and whatever else you celebrate season, right?
Yeah.
October, it's just kind of like the transition to fall. It's like it's when the weather starts to get shitty.
I completely agree with you there. Yeah, it's one of those holidays, Halloween, it's popular because of the stigma that is around it. Costumes, and we're going to hit on those topics today.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to tell you the top 3.
Hit me. Top 3 what, Ledger?
Top 3 Halloween. Top 3
Hit it.
Halloween
Yup.
topics.
Top 3 Halloween topics.
Top 3 Halloween topics. Top 3 Halloween things that big business gets you to spend money on every single year.
Fuck yeah, Ledger.
That's what we're doing today.
Can I ask you what the first one
I mean,
is?
let's hit it right off the bat. Candy. He hit it.
It's a home run.
I mean, what's your favorite candy?
Oh, well, as the biggest man on earth, I enjoy all candies. But
Okay, but if I was to drop a candy in your trick-or-treat basket, what would be your favorite?
well, aside from the all-white FlipCast hat you can buy at Zazzle.com/FlipCast.
Your plug. Fuck. What the fuck? You just plugged the merch in our own video.
You gotta practice for when we get.
You're
on
right,
the
you're
podcast. M&Ms.
M&M's. Wow.
M&Ms or Reese's, but I'd have to go. M&M.
Ooh. Okay.
How about you, Ledger?
I was
The
a.
skinniest man on earth. What do you got?
I like Twix. I'm a big Twix guy.
Twix guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect the Twix.
Yeah, I like the Twix. So, Halloween candy, right? You know, you got your Hershey's, you got your M&Ms, you got all these different candy companies, but every year you see the store shelf stocked to the brim with these massive bags of candy. Just
Oh my God, yeah.
just insanely massive bags that are like marked up for the Halloween, the bulk bags, just so you'll have enough candy if you're a homeowner or you're handing out candy to make the Halloween rush.
Yeah.
Right? You know, you got to feed all the kids out in the neighborhood, and then your fat ass is going to be sitting on the couch eating some of the candy, you know? So it's a huge industry for these candy producers. I mean,
yeah.
I could only imagine the sales increases that are coming off of the Halloween season and when the candy goes out on the store shelves. I mean, it just must be insane.
Oh, it has to be crazy.
I mean, you think of bulk stores like Costco. I mean, they put those Halloween bags out like 2 months before. I mean,
Those are out like, beginning of September.
yeah, I mean they're out so long, and people just hop on that shit so fast just to get the fucking candy at their house, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a big business, and I mean, kids every year are looking forward to the Halloween, candy trade. I mean, imagine a Halloween without candy.
It wouldn't feel
Like Halloween.
like what it's supposed to.
It's the chocolate, it's the fucking, the spider candy, the fucking
Yup.
all that shit. It just comes out, the orange Kit Kats,
The toothpaste.
the toothpaste. it all comes out.
Yeah, dude.
It all comes out right at that time of the year. So, I mean, everyone's been to like one of those people's houses and they're like, you're like, trick or treat. And then they open up the door
Yeah.
and then they drop a toothbrush and toothpaste in your bag. You've had that.
Oh, yeah.
The one lady on the street who happens to be a fucking dentist.
Oh, fucking asshole.
They drop the fucking toothbrush or they drop like,
Apples.
oh, I've had that.
There used to be a lady on my street that would drop off fresh green grapes in bags, which my mom was like, oh, that's so cute. But I'm like,
No, nobody wants that.
no.
Nobody wants fucking grapes on Halloween. I mean, if you're giving out fucking fruit on Halloween, go fuck yourself.
You respectfully go fuck yourself.
Yeah, 'cause-
except for that lady on the street. She was great.
Right.
We love her.
We like the lady street. But if you're handing out, that or toothbrushes and toothpaste or even like knick-knack little toys, like it's not worth it.
Like, just give me an NFT at that point.
We want candy. We want candy in our bags.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Agreed.
Not anything else. I mean, I don't really see. I would be curious to see like what countries around the world do.
That's a really good point.
Because America obviously is a very fat country.
Very Hallmark.
Yeah, and they're gonna go with the candy every year. But I'm curious to what other countries do in terms of Halloween, or if they do or if they don't.
Yeah, leave in the comments if you're from another country or even from another area of America, aside from the Northeast.
And you do something different.
Yeah, and if you have a different tradition, maybe things you like more than we do,
Yeah.
let us know.
We
It'd be really
want to hear
interesting.
about that.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see other people's cultures, especially on the holidays, because without that, I mean, you see so many like Christmas traditions that have been adopted from different cultures. I mean, I remember like they're like putting gifts in the shoes. You take off your shoes and they put the gifts in your shoes.
Whoa, really?
Countries do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just different things from around the world that are translated differently, and it's very interesting. So yeah, I mean, any more comments about candy?
I mean, if we're talking, we're talking top 3 things, candy and everything
Yeah.
like that. Obviously, being a Halloween episode, right? We're kind of trying to keep it quick hitting, right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about the business of candy real quick.
Business of candy. Here we go.
You're hitting me with all these ideas of, they're putting all this stuff out early and all these types of things. I wonder if these companies ever actually turn a profit, and here's why.
Okay.
So you're looking at all this bulk Halloween candy, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're talking to Hershey's, right? Whoever the main manufacturer of Hershey's is.
Yeah. Well, you got
Mars Candy.
Hershey chocolate and then Mars chocolate.
Okay, so let's focus in on Mars chocolate.
Yeah.
And let's focus on their M&M division.
Yeah.
Right. M&Ms get produced, let's say, at this amount, right? Normally throughout the year.
Okay.
They're obviously running profitable enough to be able to keep.
Oh, for sure.
Producing at that clip.
Every
People
day.
are buying them. America's fat as fuck. The world's fat as fuck. People are gonna buy it, right? When you turn to Halloween, they obviously have to increase those sales to be able to put out all those different share size bags and all these different varieties of candy and all these things.
Sure.
Which is all costing money on the production end.
Right.
Right. And you're looking at it as, okay, they were producing, let's say, at 1 times production. When it comes to Halloween and the holidays, they're probably ramping that up to 2 or 3 times.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
So my question then becomes, when you're taking all these M&Ms that you're making, and then you go to CVS day after Halloween, and there's still so much Halloween shit sitting out, right? They obviously are always going to price their things at base level to be able to profit and have a great margin on it. I wonder if they still make money on it when it's discounted down to $1.
Well, I mean, I think that candy itself is very cheap to produce. I mean, chocolate, you could get expensive with chocolate depending on that, but most sugary candy is very, very cheap to produce with the dyes and the sugar content, that kind of thing. It's so cheap right off the bat. I could definitely see the point of the the smaller bags though. Like, I didn't even think about that. Like, they have to produce these smaller bags for this one time a year specifically when people are getting these little bags of candy in their Halloween baskets. But I think it comes to the point too of it's one of the greatest marketing periods of the year for candy.
Agreed.
I mean, it's their time to shine. I mean, just like Easter with the Cadbury egg, this is the time of the year to shine for all these big candy companies.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, I mean, you think about the Christmas season, they're going to try and get the fucking candy in the stockings. So it's that point of the year that they can push their candy out to keep it in people's heads. I mean, you're going to have kids with massive ass bags of candy, and when they run out, they're going to want more. So it keeps it fresh in everyone's mind, maybe I want a Snickers bar, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's, like if you're looking at it as a Hallmark setting, and when I say Hallmark, for those of you who don't know, the idea that Valentine's Day is a Hallmark holiday because it's like, sold by the big companies that make all the different things for Valentine's Day makes it special. Right?
Yeah.
Halloween has that kind of same sense too, but there's no Hallmark holiday in the summer to sell candy, right? So this October upturn and like all these different advents of like pumpkin spice and advents of pumpkin spice, implementation as seasonal comes, it's almost like candy's like revitalization. Big candy comes back.
Oh, absolutely agree.
And it's just funny to think about it that way.
I absolutely agree.
The different targeting strategies and things like that in the marketing division.
For sure. It's a really successful time of the year for these candy companies. I mean, the commercials come out, everything comes out. I mean, you see it everywhere. It's all over the place. You walk right into any department store, grocery store, and the first thing you see is a box full of candy.
Yeah.
Different candies. I mean, it's every single year. Every year.
It's crazy.
Right on the dot. Big business. Big. Every year, children and adults alike dress up in Halloween costumes for the one special day of the year.
No way.
And they trick or treat around the neighborhood in their ugly ass costumes.
Ugly as fuck.
Just to get a mini Kit Kat. So let's talk about Halloween costumes.
Let's talk about Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes have been around for years. The most original Halloween costumes were made by hand.
Makes sense.
A very long time ago, I mean, there was no large costume manufacturer. There was no, I can't say that. There was no factory producing, people producing costumes for cheap. Sweatshops. I'm going to just use it. Sweatshop. It didn't exist, so you couldn't mass produce costumes. So people were making them at home. Now, in the 50s, starting in the 50s, you saw the rise of TV characters.
Sure.
The cowboys and Indians, the cops and robbers, these TV shows. And then into the 70s, you saw the cartoon shows like Scooby-Doo and He-Man. Those cartoons brought kids to really want to dress up as their favorite characters from all these different shows. So you started to see the rise of these companies who owned these characters start to produce costumes, and then over time outsource them to third-party companies, the license to produce, the Superman costume, or the Scooby-Doo costume every single year. Now, at this point in time, I mean, you could get a Halloween costume from many different stores. I mean, we're talking Target, Walmart, but I mean, what's the first Halloween store that comes to mind?
My favorite.
What is it on?
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween. Now tell us a little bit about Spirit Halloween here.
So Spirit Halloween, as those of you who may know, right, is one of the leading, it's probably one of the only specialty boutiques. It's kind of like the fireworks stores that pop up that are like TNT.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
like
for
in
4th of July.
and
Yep.
Those types of things. So you're talking about holidays. If we're going to tier list holidays here, right, you have A-tier holidays, which are, birthdays, obviously. That's a personal thing, right?
Right.
But it's like looking at things that are marketed, right? So it's like Christmas, New Year's, those types of things.
Yep.
Then you have B tiers, which are kind of like Thanksgiving and those things, which are where they're not selling as many different things, but it's still like happening. C tier turns into these things where you can't have a store year round for Halloween or for 4th of July.
Absolutely
it's
not.
It's just going to pop up month before and month after, right?
Yep.
So these are all these companies that come in and they lease out empty buildings and spaces and rent them for like 2 months, right? Set up their whole fucking operation, sell through their inventory, send the rest of it to overstock for the next season, and then come back the next year to a strip mall near you. So the models here for these companies are insane to me because it's, you see a Walmart and you see those types of places that show success when they bring in all these different, costumes and
for
Halloween
sure.
this, Halloween that. And it's almost like a Spirit Halloween pops up and that turns into like a Party City Walmart mesh.
Well, it's interesting because with Spirit Halloween, and I mean, I've had many personal experiences with Spirit Halloween, but, what I find is compared to like the Walmarts and Targets, they have every costume you could think of. And they have all the accessories. And I mean, a lot of it comes down to kids wanting to be this character or that character. But I mean, for the adults, I mean, the costumes range from anything they could want. I mean, they market it so well that it's not just the Walmart kid costume Batman. It's, you could be the killer clown or the sexy cop or whatever. It's any costume you could think of, and they have it, and they do so well at that game of they pop up once a year, like you said, random place, and they just have mass inventory.
Yeah.
And it's shocking. And they usually burn through all of it.
Which is insane to me.
Have you been in a Spirit Halloween on the last day before Halloween?
I have been.
It's empty.
There's nothing
completely
there.
And it's insane because we just talked about candy, how candy gets left out, right? Candy stays around, but with the fucking Halloween costumes, they're gone. They sell them. It's like they know the trends and what's going to be popular during the year.
It's so true. And a lot of it amazes me, right? Because you think about it, a lot of Halloween turns into this whole, makeup, set design, all these different things. So any of the overstock that this company has, they can sell to a Hollywood studio, for example. They could sell
Party City,
anywhere,
all year round.
Because they are taking their little temporary business model and just throwing it to everybody that's primary, like happening all the time.
Yeah,
right. It's just crazy to me, just like how those things, they almost know exactly how much inventory they're going to need day one to be able to come in and like they're like, okay,
well, it's got to be fixed because I mean you got to think about it here. Like for a store like Spirit Halloween, it's one shipment.
That's true.
They're loading out the trucks to be ready for that October 1st opening date. Maybe a little earlier, but readying the stores up, and that's it. That's all they got.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Jenna Ortega Wednesday costumes can you really have?
That's true. And if you need any more, you just source them straight from the distributor because obviously they have.
And it's online. I mean, Spirit Halloween has their own website.
That is true. Then they just revert people to online.
Online
ship it
shopping.
in store. Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure they're open all year round online.
Yes.
I think it's one of those things where they're open all year round.
They turn into a Bed Bath & Beyond kind of model.
Right. And it's crazy because, I mean, they pull sales so hard from all the competition. I mean, you look at Party City. I mean, Party City's got to be their second largest competitor in terms of Halloween costume sales. But, I mean, you see a store like Party City, which has costumes all year round. I mean, they have costumes all year round for all different events, but they just can't keep up with Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween does so well in marketing the whole Halloween brand. And I'm not even just saying because it's called Spirit Halloween, but I mean, you walk into a Spirit Halloween and it's almost as if, you're walking into someone's yard on Halloween. I mean, they got the props, and lately they've been focusing on like a more experience-based model where you go in and there's different displays and you walk through little tunnels.
So they're almost displaying everything that you can buy and then make your yard turn into.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's in the store. So you're going to the store. Most people are going into the store to buy a costume.
Yeah.
90% of people are going to buy a costume and not the lawn accessory.
And also the other thing, people don't go into Spirit Halloweens just to go in. Most of the times you go in with the purpose
to buy.
Yeah, continue though.
But the lawn decorations, they have them all set up in like a display, like a little walkthrough. It's just one of those things where it's like, wow. I mean, you're getting suckered into it right when you get in. They base it. You get the experience. You see the scary like little robot lawn skeleton laughing, whatever. But it's a good model for someone who you're going in there and like, you're in the zone. You're in that mindset of, Halloween, here's the scary shit. Oh, who am I gonna be? Blah blah blah. It's a really interesting take on this whole thing that they do exceptionally well.
Yeah, and it's this whole idea that they have a model that no one else can touch because they've been doing it for so long. And they've managed to profit off it for so long.
Yeah.
Now the crazy thing to me, right? And we can keep going on this. You talk about the marketing in Spirit Halloween. When was the last time you saw an ad for Spirit Halloween?
Not much. I've seen them.
Yeah, they did exist at one point, and they do exist at this current moment.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that they continue to pull such crazy sales and all these different things. I assume that they don't open as many retail locations now that the online shopping thing is like popular and it's normalized and they can sell through Amazon and do all these things. They don't have to put on advertisements because their positioning in people's heads is so just, if you need something for Halloween, you go to Spirit
there.
Halloween.
And it's like they're in these locations. I mean, old mall fronts, strip mall fronts. I mean, you're pulling up to the strip mall, to the grocery store. You're going in the Aldi's to get some groceries, and then there's the banner for Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
It's there. It's waiting. And it's not like, you might not go to Spirit Halloween that first day, obviously, but you're more apt to return once there's a Spirit Halloween open in this plaza.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, the marketing, they do it for themselves. They do it for themselves as being the splash of color within the mundane life of the same cycle of every day, go grocery store, whatever,
That is
shopping.
true.
Here it is. Here's the new store on the block.
Because their banner has always been orange. It's always had the white writing with the yellow bolts.
And
it's
the
always just
skeleton
had
on
the
it.
skeleton guy.
Yeah.
It's never changed.
Nope.
And it's because it's worked so well.
It works so well.
And it's one of those things where it's the familiarity principle. And I sound like a intro to marketing class. Can you tell I had it this morning?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's crazy to me how they don't need to focus on their advertising and they still have so many people coming in and out of the door.
They do a very, very good job at getting people in and out of the door there. I mean, it's impressive. And they have everything there. I mean, we talked about costumes in the very beginning of this topic here, but I mean, kids today and adults alike, I mean, there's so many different costumes. I mean, we're talking so many different characters at this point, from previous generations to current generations, up from Scooby-Doo to, Fortnite John Wick skin.
Yeah, dude.
It's so crazy that, they carry everything. And if they don't carry it, they carry all the accessories for you to make that costume, from the weapons to the masks to the makeup to the, the wigs, everything. I mean, they carry it all. So it's just, they do such a good job. They're marketing this every year. And I don't think it's something that will ever really fade away.
No.
I agree. And it's like they made it through COVID when there, was no real trick-or-treating.
That is really true.
That year.
If a Halloween store can make it through COVID, I think they're set.
Anybody can.
I think they're fine. Yeah.
Right. So, excellent things with Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
It's definitely a very good business model to look at.
100%. Before we move off this costume topic,
Yeah.
Ledger, I need to ask you a very important question. Last year for Halloween, what were you for Halloween?
What was I from? I was.
Were you anything for Halloween?
I don't think I was anything last year. I really don't think I was.
Okay.
I mean, in previous years, I've done the California raisin take.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I'm always a California raisin.
What? Please describe to the viewers at home how you turn into the California
Well, the
raisin.
California raisin is a pullover, and it's just a raisin.
Do you have like a raisin costume?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I
That's
might have
it.
to steal that, dude. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
it's a cool costume. What were you for Halloween last year? Owen?
Last year, I was Gru for Halloween.
Oh my God, what the
And
fuck?
I'll put a picture up. I will this time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
put
want to
this-
see this picture.
Okay, 25 minutes in. I'm going to put a picture up.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember this. It's going to be a group of me and all the people with their faces blurred. We were the whole cast of Despicable Me. The bald cap didn't fit, so I had
Oh
hair
my
spewing out the sides
God.
because my head's too big
Yeah.
for traditional bald caps. Then that was the first night of Halloween. Then second night of Halloween, I was Perry the Platypus because I found a onesie. So I was wearing a Perry the Platypus onesie at a party. It was great.
Oh my God.
And then the year before that, I was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, which for obvious reasons just didn't work.
Wait a minute, Owen. How the hell you're white, dude?
Listen,
How the hell were you Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
I
dude?
had
That's.
this genius idea in my head. I'm like, dude, I could be Dwayne The Rock Johnson
Oh
with
my
a
God.
turtleneck, with the
Do you have a
with
picture of that?
the coil sweater.
There we go.
It's here. It's
There we
here.
go.
I remember
Cancel him.
like it got rave reviews,
Good.
but I remember my dad was like, dude, like you don't have a costume, like what are you gonna do? And I'm like, shit, I want to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He made a trip like 40 minutes out and like dropped off a fake gold chain. He's like, you got this, and then sent me off my merry way.
And for any of these holidays, the question begs: did you shop at Spirit Halloween?
It's funny, I did. Perry the Platypus was an Amazon purchase because they didn't have it in my size anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I believe it was actually sourced by Spirit Halloween. funny
Okay.
enough. The bald cap came from Spirit Halloween.
Cool.
The fake nose came from Spirit Halloween.
Cool.
You know, it just proves your point. Everything
You
is
did
from
it.
Spirit Halloween.
So there we go.
That is number
2. Now, we talked a little bit about advertisements with candy and Spirit Halloween, but we didn't really touch on the bigger subject, which is Halloween-based movies
true.
and Halloween-based TV and all those other things that come along with Halloween in the media.
Mhm.
Now, with the Halloween holiday, every year you see the same specials come around. I mean, like the Charlie Brown Halloween, with the pumpkin, the Great
Mhm.
Pumpkin Charlie Brown. That one's a classic. And I mean, I'm sure there's many, many others that
Oh yeah, it's
really
cult
hit
classics. Yep.
every single year with Halloween. But it's a really big area for movies to come out during this time. I mean, there's been years where Halloween movies drop. You
Yeah.
know, there's so many like Halloween.
And
It-
then Halloween 2.
Yeah,
Halloween Returns.
But many movies drop in October. Like scary movies drop September, fall area during that like spooky, I hate to use that word, but like spooky Halloween season.
Yeah.
Those movies drop and they get huge viewership just because of the season that they're in. I mean, think about this. You're really not going to watch a spooky movie that's dropped midsummer,
That's true.
right?
Unless you're a Halloween fanatic, which do exist out there.
Right.
But if you're talking like a whole market, that's like 5% of people.
It's just crazy. They get it on the head every year. I mean, there's so many movies that come out during the season, like The Nun,
Yup.
Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, like Chainsaw Massacre.
Chainsaw
which was
Massacre.
Way back when.
Yeah.
The Shining was probably a Halloween movie at some point. It
Yeah.
probably came out in that season.
Yeah.
The Visit. Did you ever see The Visit?
No.
It's like the one scary movie I've ever seen. I'm not a huge scary movie fan.
Scary Movie.
Scary movie. Yeah. Yeah. That's another one.
Final Destination.
Yeah. There's just so many other ones, right?
It's crazy.
It's the time of year. It's the gold mine for these movie studios to be like, all right, let's make something that's slightly off color and slightly scary that typical consumers wouldn't enjoy, but
Yeah.
since they're in the holiday spirit, they're going to do it.
And I mean, the Halloween movies, I mean, they follow all the tropes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're very same plot.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
of them, they follow the, there's the villain and some crazy backstory.
And you could leave, but you choose not to because you want to investigate.
Right, and they
you're
all
like,
have
dead as
paranormal
fuck,
shit,
and-
whatever.
yeah.
So it's the same thing every year for all these Halloween movies that drop. And I mean, there's the classics, and I feel like there's so many Halloween movies that just people don't remember because
Yeah.
they fade into oblivion. I
That's
mean,
true.
there's so many, like, you see film reviews out there every year for bad Halloween movies or scary movies, horror movies that come out every year that are like god awful.
Yeah, it's like that Winnie the Pooh movie last year.
Oh my god, that's one you gotta put a picture up for.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's got the craziest title
Yeah,
of all time.
but it's bad.
Yeah.
A lot of scary movies now are just so bad.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And I mean, people revert to these cult classics every year. It doesn't really make sense because you see something like Nightmare on Elm Street, any of these movies. I mean, they're just so bad. Like the not bad as in like bad like plot that kind of thing, but it's bad as in like the cinematography has aged to the point where the effects, the blood effects, that kind of thing.
Yes, so
they're not as good.
Older movies is what you mean.
Older movies,
right now.
They're not up. Obviously not up to spot. I mean, they dropped 30 years ago, but
True.
You're looking at it as the point of like the classic Halloween movie. The kid who hasn't seen Nightmare on Elm Street, he's like, oh my god. Freddy Krueger, like, it's scary to them. I was Freddy Krueger for Halloween one year.
That makes some sense. I was Freddy too. It was me and my dog Steve. We were both Freddy. We got him a sweater. It was great.
Oh, that's great, dude. Yeah, I had the claw and everything.
Dude, let's go.
It was great.
That's sick.
So, it's a big industry. I mean, Halloween movie making. I mean, and every TV cartoon show. I mean, they always have the stupid Halloween special.
Oh yeah,
SpongeBob, everything.
And you want to talk about fucking spoofs and spinoffs. You look at any show on Netflix that is like season based but not like actual plot based. If that makes any sense. So like game shows, baking shows, those types of things. It's always a Halloween episode. They always put out the Nailed It Halloween version, which if you've never seen that, is like the TLC baking show of Netflix.
Okay.
And they do all season based, but season as in seasonal.
Yeah.
So they'll do the summer Nailed It. They'll do the Christmas Nailed It. The Thanksgiving Nailed It. And then they do a whole season on Halloween.
Oh, wow.
And it's like all this randomness and all this different stuff. But like you said, it's just a way for these media companies to cash in on viewership during this time.
It's a big area, and people are really into that. Halloween-esque feeling, that the fall Halloween spooky feeling. And even for the kids, I mean, it's not even just like scary horror things that are like gory, bloody shit. It's just the feeling of the nice Halloween, the pumpkin carving and that kind of thing. And, companies, they take advantage of that every single year, and they do a very, very excellent job at getting it in your face with Halloween. I mean, you think about these baking shows. I mean, how many times are they using candy in it?
That's
it's like...
true.
They know what they're doing. It's well done to the point where it's in your face all the time, and it's just the same way it's going to be every year. And it's not something that's going to exactly change anytime soon. These things have been the same way for 50 years now.
That's true.
It's not really changing. It's just more so different spin-offs and different attempts to create the next best Halloween craze.
Yeah, it's a proven form of media.
Right.
And the other idea of it too, we go into the idea of like, these TV shows that take on Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
Right. And, maybe in a more elaborate episode, like series, like something that's live action, it might be more difficult to implement a Halloween aspect because there are physical things you have to change.
Yeah.
Look at an animation studio. We're just going to go into this super quick here. And it's like, let's say you're SpongeBob, right? You are the creator of SpongeBob and you're like, fuck, we need a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
You know how easy that is?
Oh, yeah.
Not that animation is easy, and I'm not clowning the trade or anything like that. We fucking fully appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it's the idea that all that has to be done is you just have to write a script to a point where someone's wearing a mask, right?
Right.
And it's this idea that it's no extra cost for these people to make this Halloween episode that's going to bang in the moment.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it's the fact that Halloween is a genre in itself.
Yes.
I mean, you're working with the genre. You're not creating something of your own. I mean, it's already made for you.
That's true.
The Halloween trick-or-treating costumes, whatever. For a show like SpongeBob, that's easy. Mm-hmm. And then you have people who wait every year for the same episode to drop. I mean, like the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I mean, it's a cinematic piece that's been around for years. And when it dropped, it was a very impressive feat for the animation style of the day. But now it's just stuck around as something that people religiously watch every year. I mean, I watch that every single year, the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin. So it's just one of those things that's stuck in the Halloween era, Halloween time of the year that people just watch religiously.
Yeah.
Every single year.
I mean, personally, we want to talk opinions here, right? Love the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Love everything about it. Comes on way too close to Thanksgiving. Like, is there two of them? The Great Pumpkin.
There is a Great Pumpkin. There is a Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a different one though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't even get into that.
That's
for next month.
The Charlie Brown Mayflower episode.
That's what it was. Yeah, because that's the one that always comes on during like football on Thanksgiving. I never watch it because I'm always watching football.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that for the
Thanksgiving episode.
Absolutely.
All right.
Little glimpse into the future there.
There we go.
Pleasure. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
Did you have anything else to add about Halloween in the media?
I mean, I think I've really said it mostly here. It's a big business. Companies are going to continue to use it. Media companies are going to continue to use it. Different shows, different movies. It's going to be the same thing every year.
That's
what
totally
do you think?
True. I mean, I'm right there with you, man. It's it's a proven formula. Just like the way that Christmas marketing is, just like the way that Thanksgiving marketing is, and all these different things, there's a reason why all of these different holidays happen the same way every year.
Right.
And it's because there's money behind all of it. And if there was no money to be made in marketing these holidays a certain way, there'd be no Christmas magic. Halloween wouldn't be scary, and Thanksgiving wouldn't be warm.
Good marketing.
Good marketing. Can you tell I'm a marketing major?
No. All right.
Well, that was a solid episode.
It was an amazing episode. We hope you all enjoy your Halloween. If there's there's anything you think we missed here, please feel free to comment in the video. We'd love to talk about it in the comment section. And if it's a very big, riveting topic, maybe we'll make a little separate episode on it.
Absolutely.
If you're feeling it. But yeah, drop your comments, drop any Halloween memories, things you have any questions about. Like I said, all of our stuff is on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, all that good stuff.
Well, we will see you next week. Happy Halloween, and be safe, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
I always write about her in my songs, but this'll be the last one. It's been too long, and my mind it needs a rest.
Cool.
You got 20 minutes.
To Chick-fil-A?
To Chick-fil-A.
Fuck. All right, let's take it. All right, tables.
There is no thinking.
All right.